What's going on? This is Lawrence D. Adams. Today we're talking about high frequency strategy. Glow, you see that right there. If you miss Fridays, you should be able to hear me today. If you missed Friday, man, you missed something that was completely special. We went into the next level, 2024, and we went in and talked right there. But I'm here to tell you today, we're talking about high frequency strategy. Let me say that. High frequency strategies. That means there's information that you get that's not common to everyone else. So it's just strategies that's on a higher stratosphere than what you get from just anyone else. This is Lawrence D. Adams. We're about to go live in just a few minutes, but I want to make sure you get in, tap in right today. We're talking about high frequency strategy today. Shout out to everybody that's going to be in the chat room. I'm going to start the intro in a second. High frequency strategy. If you missed Friday, you see that we tapped into another space Friday. What we shared, what was shared to everyone who came through, it is to take you to the next level. And I want to sort of piggyback what happened Friday into this week. So let's get it started. Shout out to everybody that's in there. Shout out to the Thinking Class. Shout out to Straight G. Shout out to Tara. Shout out to everyone. Let's get started. Let me get the music rolling intro and we are gone. Everyone, what's going on? This is Lawrence D. Adams, and yes, I'm back again today. All I can say, what a weekend. It's been a crazy weekend. I've been on the road all weekend. Been on the road Saturday, driving my youngest son down to college and having that cold college experience. Man, it was, I forgot how it was to your first day of college or your first week of college and going down a week before. And what an experience. I'm proud of my son. I'm proud of where he's going. Shout out to everyone that's in the chat room, man. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend as I did. I got to spend time with my son. We went to the movies, went to go see a movie he wanted to see called Free Guy. That was really good. Went to go see that. We ate at this place called Rooster's Chicken. Man, the chicken was delicious. And you get on Instagram, check out my Instagram page and you'll see the chicken. It was like massive, but it was so delicious and it was fresh. So shout out to Rooster's Chicken. We had a good time there. Then we had our heart-to-heart talk. You know, dads and sons got to have that heart-to-heart talk. So we had our heart-to-heart talk. And it was needed, you know what I mean? But the program that my son is in, I am so glad he's part of this program and what they're going to do to actually make sure that he graduates. Not that there was an issue with him graduating because he's academically advanced, but the thing of it is where the structure is there for him to actually grow and actually move forward. So I'm happy about that. So we got time to spend together and just had that father-son time, help move him into his dorm room is like I thought it was going to be bigger. Let's just put it that way. You know, I thought the dorm room was going to be straight bigger. It was a small little dorm room. I was like, wow, with 2 people in here. Wow. They're going to make you not stay there and get graduate. But I'm so proud of them. So shout out to everyone that's in the chat room. You guys let me know how was your weekend. How was your weekend this weekend? I want to make sure I touch base with everybody. I see Trav in the place. I see Raining Womb. I see True Savage. I see Joe Blast. I see Straight G. I see, who else is there? Tara. Everybody in the chat room, shout out to you. Those in the clouds, I see you too. Shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, he gonna learn. Yeah, he gonna learn. Yeah, he gonna learn female nature the hard. He gonna learn it. He gonna learn it hard in the first year. Yeah. He gonna learn it in college. Yeah, you gotta write. He definitely is going to learn it. But straight up, tell me, guys, how was your weekend before we go in? And then I'm going to ask you, how did you like Friday? Were you guys in 2024 or what? You know what I mean? Friday's show was, I have no words for it because of, I wasn't expecting to go there and it went there, man. You know, it was crazy. It was crazy. How does it feel knowing that you did your part to introduce a young man to the world? Good question, man. That's a good question. You know what? So we are talking about high frequency strategies, but do you have any questions for me? This is a good day to ask questions because I'm open up. Definitely. Jonathan W., shout out to you. You have any questions? That's a good question. I asked a whole lot already, but you have any questions for me? It's a good time to ask questions and we can drop down some knowledge right now while we're going live. How do you feel? So how does it feel to know you did your part to introduce a young man? Man, it feels amazing. But yet I'm humble. I'm so humble. I'm humble. I am so humble that I was given the opportunity through my loins to see my son get into the ocean called life and to swim. I told his mother when we were down there, we were walking trying to get his ID for school. And he's seen some other kids that were in the program. And he immediately went to them and asked them, hey, man, where do you get the ID? And they started talking and rapping wherever they were doing. And they said they had to get together. And I told his mother, I said, look, Caleb's he's already swimming. He's already swimming. He's already making his way into life. It's amazing feeling to watch him. You've been watching this fish grow, and then finally, when it gets into the bigger ocean of life, to watch them just automatically begin to swim. It's an amazing feeling. And I think a lot of times, most people don't know that how amazing feeling is. So I'm humbled by it, especially just being who I am and where I came from and sharing some of the mistakes that I made to my own son. He's 18. He needs to know that dad didn't do everything perfect. Dad wasn't always right. Dad always didn't do everything correctly. And I think a lot of times, a lot of people have not heard that from their father. They only see the good or they heard all the bad things about their father, but they never heard the good things. My son seen the good things, but they never always heard the bad things of what I went through, what took place. So that was a humbling experience to know that I was able to introduce my son into the ocean called life. So how did you guys, let me know in the chat room, how did you guys enjoy Friday's Friday's 2024. What took place Friday? Let me know in the chat room. How did you guys enjoy Friday? Friday was amazing because we normally don't go there, but Friday we went there. And it was something else. Everyone, I think, got something from Friday. How did you guys enjoy Friday? That Friday where you like, wow, I don't want to say the doors will open behind the scenes. And I normally don't go there because everybody's not there, but I just want to definitely, how did you guys enjoy Friday? Yeah, prophecy in full effect. I had a heart-to-heart with my boy this weekend too. Always honor his name. He's a Williams. So embrace it comes with a name. Come on. Fierce soul. Dude. Fierce soul. I did the same thing, and I hope you guys understand that. And you think I'm all over the place, but I only want to talk about high frequency strategy in a few minutes. But that's so important. We as men had to make sure that they recognize their name and that carry. And I said, son, you carry a name. You have a legacy from Charles Adams to Lawrence, from my father's name, Adams, and to me being Adams. Now you carry the name to the next generation. And I think a lot of times people miss the importance of that. True Savage said it was fire. Friday was something else. Wow. Yeah. Friday was something else. Yeah, I normally don't pull back that curtain too much. Prophecy in full effect it was. Joe Blast, Sigma, what's going on? We know you're a true power, LD. They don't hold back. Don't. Hey, dude, I try to pull that back because, it was crazy. It was crazy. Friday was revealing, waiting on the manifestation. Yes, it's already here. Don Coolio, Friday was phenomenal. This week my hands were tied up. No worries, Elder Day, I'll be in touch. Don Coolio, definitely get in touch with me so we can connect. Friday was, like I said, I just pulled the curtains back and say, hey, this is what happens. And so I think we need to capitalize on that because it was a shift in the thinking class. There was a shift in the thinking class and everything that we're doing far as with how we're moving, because it's so easy to talk about dating, relationships, sex. And I have a whole nother channel where I got some stuff that I'm not going to put on this channel on LD After Dark. Trust, I have some things. I got some good information this weekend. Whoa, I got some stuff on the LD After Dark. Whereas everybody talking about the relationship stuff, men and women dynamics. Okay, how much more do we need to hear? How much more game do you need to hear? I mean, let's take things to the next level. So I have some things on the LD After Dark though about like one subject I gotta play around with, and it's that why are women afraid to lose their power? Let me say that again. Why are women afraid to lose their power? And now if it's LD After Dark, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think LD After Dark channel is available. I do have some stuff up there, but I'm going to talk about that. Why are women afraid to lose their? And then too, I just learned some behind the scenes thing. Yeah, why are women afraid to lose their power? And how men. I'm trying to be cool, but yeah, I think it's LD After Dark. Friday's planting a seed. I'm already receiving blessings. Talk about it. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what Friday did. It opened up it showed you the power of manifestation and the high frequency strategy that we have. So I want to make sure I get that. So I am still on subject. I'm still talking about the same thing. But LD After Dark, I got some things I'll be doing. on LD After Dark. Let me see if I can find the channel so you guys can go over there and get that. I got some stuff, and it's for grown people. Let me say that again. It's for grown people. Grown people. It ain't for kiddies. If you want to be a kid and all, no. No. This ain't for the kiddies. This ain't for the kiddies. This is for grown people. I think you put the link in there. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. See, look. Yeah, LD After Dark. Grown folks conversation, and I'm having some grown folks. We're gonna talk about some things. So the gate was open. The gateway was opened up because we obtained a new level. That's exactly right. So yeah, hit the link. The link is, I think Joe Blast put it in there, but I got some stuff in there. How to make them all over the phone. Ooh, look. One of the videos is telephone talk. How I made them all over the phone. Don't be scared of her sexual nature is another topic. How to make her LD After Dark. Do one thing. I got some LDA After Dark. Use your words, mouthpiece to make her. So I got some stuff over there, but I want to talk about why women are afraid to use the dark side is. Yeah, I'm gonna pull some stuff over there because I wanna. This is almost like we're having an open conversation, family. So what I'm gonna do with the LD After Dark, I'm gonna talk that stuff over there, and over here, we're talking about the high frequency things that we're doing. So let me. So definitely, let's get going. So high frequency. Oh, you just subscribed. You know LDA had that over there, huh? I got some stuff to talk about, baby. I got some stuff to talk about. I got stuff to talk. You see, my one friend, I talked to her this weekend. She said, everyone sees you, LDA, as this prime, masculine, sharp, together Black man who's educated, who has his things together and is moving. But they don't know your other side. I was like, what? They don't know your other side, how you have another side to you. And what I want to do is present that other side and leave this side over here. But so I want to share that, but I trust me, I got things I can talk about. I talked about something about alignment. Knowledge is power, but I'm going to use everything I know. Yeah, there's some things I can talk about. I'll say this, and I'm gonna leave LD After Dark. Grinding the corn. That's all I'm gonna put in the chat room. Grinding the corn. And put that in the chat room for those who grown people. The corn. We're gonna talk about that over there. Yeah, I put it in there right. Yeah, grinding the corn. Light on the front end and gets dark on the back end. Grinding the core. We'll talk about that over there. Grinding the corn, no teeth, right? No. You think this right here will take you to the next level. Grinding the corn. But that's LDA After Dark. That's LDA After Dark. Let's go into our teaching today. I'm not sure where Jono is. I think he might have got some things going on, might be tied up. But let's go into the teaching today. High frequency strategy. So what you experienced on Friday when we tapped into 2024, you experienced the high frequency strategy. That is strategy that you receive on another level that's not revealed to you on this level. Let me say that again. High frequency strategy is when you receive information that's not known to the common man or the common person and is revealed to you to take you 10 to 15 steps ahead of everyone else. So what you experienced Friday was the high frequency strategy. And so you see the picture of me and John will glow. But high frequency strategy is designed to put you 5 to 6 times ahead of everyone else. And a lot of times what we did Friday was we opened the portal, not just for me, but for you also. Let me say it again. We opened the portal for you and not for me and not just you. So I can go back there Friday easily into that zone. But the thing of it is high frequency strategy puts you in the place where you know things, you operate in things that is not common or even known to regular men or women. Like those who are in business, you would think of an idea, it come to you, and it actually would what? Put you in a place in a whole complete. There you go, Jono. What's going on, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Not much. You just missed my whole LDA after dark.
Are we up to that today?
We talked about LDA after dark. I got to put some stuff in there. I gave him a I talk about grinding the corn, so we got to talk about that over on LDA after dark. Okay. Grinding the corn. Can't see it over here, over there. But we're talking about from Friday, we're talking about high frequency strategies and what happened Friday. We talked about what happened Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is that open a portal for people to walk into so that they can move 10 steps ahead of what everyone else is doing. And you have information that the common person doesn't know. And when you begin to tap into that, because it's in you as an individual to tap into that information. I was going to give the example about the person that's in business. Here you're in business, say you're selling cookies and you're packaging and everything like that. But something tells you to go down the street and go to the Walmart. You get into the Walmart and you're looking for some flour. What kind of flour? Unbleached flour, bleached flour, whatever the case may be. You're looking for flour. And you run into somebody and they're the right person you need to run into to take your business to the next level. That's high frequency strategy.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. And I think what happens is, Vision 20, y'all already, Vision, they're already over at 2024. So Jono's in the house. Yes, he is. So high frequency strategy is a way when you tap in, you start off in the morning and you tap into the high frequency strategy and find out how you need to move. You never know. Like going to that Walmart, you had no reason to go there, will actually be the leveling tool you need to get your biz to the next level. And I think what happens is we sometimes only talk about the base level, but we need to tap into the high frequency strategy that's there for every individual.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes you don't know how your day fits together like a puzzle until you start working the pieces. And when you work the pieces, you start to realize, you know what? Why did I have to make that extra trip over here? Why did I have to do that extra work over there? And you start to realize, oh, wait, it was so that the universe could create an opportunity for me.
Yeah, it's amazing how it happens, man. It's amazing how it happens, how the universe begin to shift your day and move it. But most times we don't catch it until it's over with. Or we miss it.
Yeah. We look for the obvious. And what happens is the obvious is going to give you obvious return. But when you look for the extraordinary, you start to think that everything that's around you is an opportunity. You start to look at just walking into a supermarket, like you just said, you could bump into somebody that could change your life. All you got to do is give. And the way you give is to offer your natural kindness, what you were taught, your manners, just by offering manners, holding a door open for somebody, picking up something that falls off of a counter by accident, and you being just courteous. You could start a relationship that for a lifetime, and we never even know it.
It's amazing how it works, man. I'll give an example. So this week I talked about my son going to college, man. So he went initially for because he was looking into college and he got accepted. So they go down there for the tour during the first week. I mean, they go down.
Your audio just cut out. Can you hear me? He's got to fix his audio. He'll be right back.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Yep.
So what happened is he went down there and he's going through the orientation, looking at the college and everything like that. And this lady at the end of the program said, "I need to see you." I'm saying like, huh? My son is sort of reserved sometimes, and then he's like sort of standoffish, but once he gets to know you, he's on. And what happened is the lady said, "You need to be a part of my program." So he calls me, "Dad, this lady said I need to be a part of this program." I said, "What kind of program is he?" "I don't know, but I want to see what it is." I said, "You need to contact her and find out about the program." So she sent the information about the program. And I said, "What you need to do is email her back and tell her thank you." Why the program that he's in, that he got accepted in, he was handpicked for it, is going to make sure he gets from freshman year to senior year and graduate from college. And teach him business etiquette, how to interview, he's going to have an intern in the first year, potentially. But it was that one.
Super important.
Yeah. It was that one encounter at the end that he tapped into the high. If he didn't pay attention to the high frequency, strategy, he would have missed it.
That's just an example of being in the right place at the right time and accepting the opportunity given to you. It could happen so often, but you know what? If you're sitting in the house, you're not, creating opportunity, not even going out for a walk in the park, or even going to the store, or going to your favorite, church or something like that, just to get community interaction. You're not going to do what's called networking, and just bouncing around with everybody. It's called networking. You have to create opportunity by networking. You can't do that sitting at home. You could do it online if you want, but you know what? Online is like still the wild, wild west,
Yeah.
You run into anybody.
Right. Yeah. You will run into just anybody.
You have a very, very low likely chance of people keeping their word. I didn't say it wasn't good or bad or whatever, but when people don't have to see you again, they could be having conversations with you that you don't have to hold any promises to, and then all of a sudden all they do is block you and ghost you, and all of a sudden no promises need to be kept.
Yeah.
What about when you meet somebody in person? It's a little bit more intimate, and when I mean intimate, close, it means that the person, more than likely you might verify the number. Hey, somebody calls you, say, "Oh, let me make sure it works on my phone." It's a couple more verification factors to ensure a second meeting. I may not mean the person's all 100% together, but at least if you started something, you can continue it in person. And we need to learn as a society today that even though there's a lot of electronic, options, we need to remember how to interact as human beings on a one-to-one level. Judge people's character, put people in the right filing place in their mind and in their heart. And that way you don't get hurt so easily by the BS that comes around, because this electronic stuff makes it easy for you to hurt people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that man is so true. I'm thinking about when we were in, I think Jersey or New York, we had finished our assignment, and he said, "You know what? let's go to the diner. I said, the diner? It's like, man, it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We went to the diner. You remember, John? We would go to the diner and we would sit down and laugh, talk. It was almost like venting, and
that's a way to recharge your batteries.
Yeah, man, we had a ball. I remember the lady coming over, and we went to that diner, and I mean, we ate. Before we were ordering them, they said, no, let's just go to the diner. We went to the diner and talked and said, where you guys from? We tell them where we from. We laughed. We had a good time.
Yeah, you got to keep your ear to the street to hear what the real atmosphere truly is. And like you said, the way to tap into the high frequency is to always be aware, to always have your ears open, to always have your receptors open. You have 5 senses. You have taste, smell, touch, your hearing, right? All these senses were meant for you to take advantage of them. They were not for you to let you go sleeping and not let them be unused. And the way you put them to use is in the real world. Okay? Yeah, you can see, you can, hear with the internet. I get it. But there's other senses. You got to put them into play and make sure they work too. Because some of them will get you out of real trouble when trouble comes around the corner.
It's very true.
And it'll also give you opportunity when real opportunity comes around the corner.
Right. Because real opportunity, if you tapped into what we talked about on Friday with 2024, you realize the opportunity has already been knocking at your door. But many times have you listened or heard or felt or even sensed or smelled that the opportunity is right there. But it's the high frequency strategy. I want you really guys to get this. Especially where we going. We didn't tap into 2024. So, but I want you really to get this, the importance of it. Like John was saying, is to get out there, interact, interact with other people, talk.
Yeah, it's important.
Tomorrow, I can't wait. Since he just jumped in. If we just get a coffee or I got to get chai latte. I'm sorry. I got to get a chai latte, almond milk, whipped, whatever the case may be, to meet Ted. I get to meet Ted in person in a couple days. It's going to be different from seeing me on screen talking. Hey, I'm talking to LDA. No, we actually get to meet. And he just had a birthday. So shout out to Ted. So, but you're saying that interaction makes all the difference in the world.
You'll see. As soon as you meet Ted, you're gonna have a whole different, elevated level of interaction. You know why? Because meeting online is not the same as meeting in person.
No, it's not.
We just said it. Yeah, we just said it. Your conversation is gonna be at a different level. Nobody said it's better or worse. It's just going to be on the same plane, a different level, because now you actually will value the time on a respect of in person. We value time in regards to we put a time limit. But when you don't set a time limit, or when you have a busy scheduled day, whatever, you start to shape the time differently when you're in front of somebody, because you want to make sure you get the most value out of it. Now, how are you going to do that? Because you're going to plan your day out. You're going to say, listen, what kind of impact am I going to have? What kind of impact he's going to have? It's not just going to be some nonchalant, back and forth. You already know your time is valuable. He already knows his time is valuable. And when you plan a meeting, as opposed to just bumping into somebody in the coffee shop, it can be a totally different situation.
Oh, it's going to be next level when I'm able to look Ted face to face like, yo,
why are we going into that kind of detail? You know why? Because it's very simple. It's very simple. If you just did that with most of your interactions, how many missed opportunities are there when you're walking down the street just concentrating on the bad stuff going on in your day? How many missed opportunities going on around there when you're on your phone and not looking up and not seeing the true quality of the space that's around you at that moment? How many times have we tripped up and did not catch the vibe of an opportunity and realize just seconds ago you probably missed something that would have benefited you for years to come. If you just went and looked at things differently and just opened your eyes and opened your ears in the real world, you would see that there was something right there for you that was supposed to multiply you and not just hold you back.
That is right on the money right there. That's right on the money. Because I'm thinking when you said it, made me think of this. The world is your oyster. And you have to go in there.
You know how the world looks better? Right after you've been sick. You know? When you've been sick and sleeping in the bed and you've been coughing and you've been under the weather and you've been doing everything to stay inside and stay protected and sheltered, and all of a sudden you walk outside, the grass just smells a little bit more greener.
Right.
You don't know how, you don't know why, but things just resonate and they have a vibration that's at a higher frequency. And what we're saying is you need to tap into that thankfulness, that gratefulness to be okay. Tap into that daily. Don't take it for granted. Right. When you take opportunity for granted, it just passes you by. Like that song from the remember La Cabin, California? She keeps passing me by.
She keeps passing me. I know you're talking about. She keeps passing me. Yeah.
See, listen, if you don't open your eyes, you will have opportunity to walk right past you. And if you're talking about the word game, when we say game, imagine how many people you could have interacted with to either build your strategy or go into the future with some stability, but you left all those opportunities on the table. A mentor of mine told me, don't leave the money on the table. Sometimes the money's sitting right on the table. Don't leave it on the table. The reason why you were placed to that table and the reason why the money appeared at that table is so you can get it. But if you don't look at it like opportunity and you don't look at it like it belongs to you, you'll never get it.
Never. Dude, that's why we've been talking about the high frequency strategy, dude.
High frequency strategy is simple. It just means pay attention. It just means pay attention. Stop going into your routine. Your routine turns on your blinders. You know what routine is for? Routine is so you can do the same thing without looking.
Dude, I hate to get the movie away. Me and my son went to go see the movie Free Guy.
Okay. I heard that was in theaters.
Yeah, it was a good movie. And what you just said, and I don't want to get the movie away too much, but he was in a routine and something happened and it was a glitch. Let's put it that way. It was a glitch. And he broke out of the routine and he couldn't go back. He couldn't go back after he got out of his routine. And I can't get the rest of the movie. You guys got to go see it. It was pretty good. I didn't know, but hey, it was a good movie.
Look what Fierce Soul said. Fierce Soul said he was in the hospital last October. And when he got out, he definitely had a high appreciation for life. You know what that is? That's the world, or let's put it in more layman terms, universe, or even more religious terms, God. That's God showing you, guess what, bro? Pay attention. I got a whole beautiful world for you. I got a whole situation, a whole list of opportunities to give to you. But you want to stick to the day-to-day. And your day-to-day put you in a position where at some point, the sum total added up to a hospital visit. Guess what? It could do the same thing and add up to an opportunity that makes you a millionaire. You just have to choose. You just have to choose. And when we say high frequency strategy, we're saying, let's not just plan out how many coins it takes for the bus fare. Let's not just plan out how much money left on your credit card to get the gas today. Let's not just plan out what you're going to have to make sure there's enough sandwich money for every day of lunch this week. We're talking about high frequency strategy where we say, I want $100 opportunity this hour.
This hour.
And if you command it before it happens, you will find it within 60 minutes. You'll start to think about it. Wait a minute. There's somebody who's making that $100 this hour. All I have to do is multiply my $15 by how many multiples? 6.5 to get to the 100. I did that on top of my head. I may be wrong. But the point is, if I just multiplied my current $15 by 6.5, I can get $100. That's just the quick math. Now I'm gonna use the other 59 minutes to calculate within 60 minutes, how do I make the $100? So you're telling me I only have to come up with $100 idea within 60 minutes? I have 60 opportunities to come up with $100 idea? How come you don't compress those thoughts and make them very concentrated and say, listen, I'm going to take the next hour and I'm going to come up with 12 ideas to try and make $100. You see how fast you can crank out $100 times 12? That's $1,200 in 1 hour if you just sat down and concentrate on how you would do it. Execution is not the thinking part. The thinking part is you coming up with the idea and deciding whether it's executable. When you go to work at your job, you're executing an already planned out strategy to make the hour you make per hour. So that's not making money. That's executing an already thought out plan to make money. But what if you sat down 1 hour a day and said, I'm going to come up with 12 $100 strategies in this hour. I'm just going to concentrate on it. Every 5 minutes, it's going to be something, whether it's a dumb idea or a very hard idea or a very easy idea or a smart idea, whichever one you pick. All you got to do is say, I'm going to concentrate this high frequency strategy right now so I can plan out my $100 idea strategy execution plan. Because you know what? The variables and the odds of return, the permutations say one out of those 12 might be executable to the $100 idea actually being in your pocket. So if that's the case, and I can make $100 sit in my pocket from just using it out, did I just make $100 this hour? It's definitely possible. Now, how about we don't stop playing around with the ordinary math? Okay, stop spending time with toilet paper math. You know, how about we just go after the real bag? You understand? You're in the supermarket trying to figure out whether these 12 rolls gonna last me as long as the 10 rolls I got in the last bag. They're trying to mess with you with toilet paper math. They're trying to mess with you with paper towel math and say, oh, well, these 12 rolls are the same as the other 6 that you bought last week. You just got to pay a little more money. Now you're thinking, yeah, I don't know if that $10 is the same. See, you're spending more time on paper towel math.
Right. And toilet paper math to wipe your butt.
But you could be spending time on a $100 idea in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
It don't take much. It don't take much. My friend, I put a meme up the other day. Oh, you want to turn $12 into $400 this week? Put $12 worth of gas in your car and go to work.
Go to work.
Just go to work. See, how did that turned it into some money multiplied right away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means you got to set yourself up for the high frequency strategy to bring you a return. The strategy's already there. You just got to tap into it. If you don't tap into it, then you are wasting your time and anybody who taught you the strategy.
Yeah. Anyone.
Everybody starts their week off thinking about how much they got to spend. No, how much you going to circulate to multiply that money?
Yeah. Right.
If you know lunch is $15 and you know transportation, I don't know if you pay tolls, gas, whatever. I know my transportation in one day is $66. So I don't have to leave the house every day. I made sure I don't got to leave the house every day because every time I leave the house, it costs me $66. With gas and tolls and just gas, tolls, and what else? Parking. Yeah, parking.
Yeah.
So if I happen to go to the city on a weekend, it's not even a weekday. If so, on a weekend, I'm going to spend $66. So I make sure I'm only traveling to the city on the weekend. So I maximize the amount of money I need to keep in my pocket. I don't say I need to spend it. I maximize what I keep. I already know I have to circulate it out to make the money I'm going to make that day. So don't say you spend money.
Circulate.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got to change your language. We talked about it the other day. Don't put your money out in the wrong direction. Put it back like you're going to get it back. That's high frequency strategy. You're putting out something to make you a multiplied return.
And it has
You're not putting it out there for it to be spent. The word spend is around, isn't it synonymous with tired?
Yeah.
So you're telling me by just doing your day-to-day, you're going to be tired? Your money's going to be tired?
And what's that?
You can't spend your money.
What happened when you take the SP off of it?
Oh my God. It has to end. That's beautiful. I love that one.
Yeah. What happens when you put spin, you take the SP off of there, it's in.
Can you imagine if we just talked correctly? Just speak it correctly.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into Walmart and I'm going to go get me some groceries. No, I'm going to go into Walmart and I'm going to find a way to nourish my body to make sure that I get the biggest return I possibly can health-wise. And while I'm there, if I happen to meet somebody at the cash register or if I happen to meet somebody in the vegetable section that could probably see my positive vibe and want to click with me, I'll take that too.
And that's what happened when you begin to change the mindset and the language, high frequency strategy.
Because if you say it, it's going to happen.
Dude.
If you say I'm going to meet somebody in the baking section, and we're not talking relationship right now. I'm just saying just networking. This person could just be a person that's going to end up in your phone book, okay? If you say, I'm going to meet somebody in the bakery section, guess what? The universe is going to set up a situation where you will meet somebody there, and you will literally be looking around. Not stalking. You're not going to look like a creepazoid. You're just going to be literally in the vicinity, and something's going to present itself that allows you to take either a yes or a no answer to the road.
Dude,
you still got to make the decision.
Dude, you all in my business. Why are you in my business? We ain't talked today. We haven't talked today. I'm going to tell you what I did today. So you got to do pre-check-in before you go for the airplane.
Yep.
I'll leave out tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And so I said, got to pay for bagging and seat. You know where I chose to sit at, right? First class.
Okay, of course.
I chose to sit in first class. At first I said, wait a minute. I start questioning. What came out of my mouth? Why am I spinning this? I'm circling. I don't know who I'm going to sit next to on the first class. That's going to be an opportunity.
Yeah.
Why are you in the first class?
There's a secret to that. There's a huge secret to that. I've sat next to CEOs. I've sat next to company engineers and financial officers. I've sat to some of the most important people. I met the guy who created RFID just sitting in first class. First class is a major high frequency strategy.
Yeah.
You don't know who you'll meet, and you don't know who passed you by in first class too. Oh! Because I sat in first class one time and watched Common walk right past me. He was looking at me like, doing there.
Like, hey,
what you doing there?
You couldn't get your seat, buddy?
Take your seat. I just know I probably booked it first. Who knows? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, you definitely will meet people on a high frequency in first class.
Yeah. Y'all better catch
that. I'm getting excited about it because every time I get on a flight, I try to use my points. There's a reason why you built up those points. I built up those points. They weren't so you could go buy yourself a pair of headphones. They weren't so you could go do the extra thing on your credit card and get back some cash back. No, those point systems was so that you can have an upgraded seat in first class. Because every time you flight, you should be traveling in style. You shouldn't be trying to figure out how to put your bag up in the upper carrier and fight with the lady next to you who wants to, basically strap her kid in while she's trying to deal with the luggage. No, you were supposed to be having your luggage in first, and you were supposed to be sitting down concentrating on money.
Come on. Let me get to some of these comments, man. Y'all, I feel the flow. It's happening. We tapped in something Friday, Jono. Sometimes change. I tell you, if you don't meet whoever today, the day surely. Okay, we just go back. Listen. Something about that first class. That first class, man. That's.
It's exciting. It's exciting and it's not about being better. What it is, it's about being ahead. You're not better than nobody. I could put together the money for the first class, no problem. But it's about using the advantage that it took to get there. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's about being ahead of the thinking part when it comes to booking a flight. You could ask for first class and they'll give it to you. You don't even have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
You plan your flight long enough ahead and there is open seats, they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And you won't get bumped.
Mm.
Why not think about that when it comes to every seat you sit in?
Mm.
Airplane shows you how to sit in first class, but some of you are sitting in coach and you got a private car. Think about it. That's going to go over 100 people's heads. I love when we say a statement that just goes right over people's heads.
That was good right there.
Some of you got a private car and still sitting in coach. Some of you are thinking about the way to do things on the common level instead of the high frequency level, and you're getting common results. And the only way that you can really differentiate yourself from somebody else is if you step on somebody else's face. And that's not the way it's supposed to happen. You were supposed to be getting ahead and pulling everybody up with you. That is the way high frequency works. Get into the real mindset of how this really works. I like what True Savage says. He said $730 fixed his transmission, new brakes, and oil change. Guess what? You put something toward the longevity of your privately owned situation, right? You put something toward the respect level and the urgency level to something that is directly impacting your ability to make money. That to me is something that you need to have consciousness of and value of. We need to know our value. We need to know what we circulate goes toward our betterment every time.
See? Look at that. I volunteered this weekend in hopes of networking as well. Ended up with working with 3 executives, and I networked very, and I networked. See?
Exactly. It's like when you hear the age old, oh, I'm gonna get some girls' numbers this week. No, that is a practice for something that's very, very important. You should be getting numbers in your phone that you know is gonna create value. Not just create relationship. Okay, you should be trying to create value. Some of those relationships that are created with you thinking about networking can turn into relationship. You just have to decide where that relationship goes.
No. You know what I just heard, man? And now here we go. And then what time is it? Shoot, 1:23. God dog. Dude, you know what I just heard? You don't know who you networking with, who you're networking with, who can lead you to the opportunity to the person you may be looking for.
Yeah, that's called degrees, right? We don't know how many degrees it takes, but it only takes 6 to get to any person in this whole world. It takes 6 degrees of communication to get to any person in this whole world. I told you the story about the battery. I had to get to a person who could get it in Tokyo and back.
Yeah.
And I had that battery in my hand within a day or two, and this person was halfway around the world. But you know what? It only took 3 degrees, 3 personal interactions to get that battery in my hand.
And I
didn't even have to pay for it.
See, y'all better get this. We on a high frequency strategy now. Let me make this announcement today. The thinking class has went to another stratosphere. Yeah. There's a demand on the thinking class right now.
Yeah, when the 2 flights went up, you had a Bezos flight, and then you had a Musk flight, right? Did I say that right? Yeah, no, it was a Bezos flight. It was Musk's plane.
Yeah.
But you also had a flight with Virgin Galactic. They were on 2 different foot levels going up in the atmosphere. And you know what? None of them reached the level that the space station is on. So that's a 3rd level. Okay? You know what an even bigger level is that's rotating our planet? The moon. That's another level. 244,000 miles away. What level are you at? We're reaching a new level of stratosphere. Are you still sitting in the inner orbit or the outer orbit? Which one are you sitting at? Have you decided to go to a different frequency? Because frequency means you are going from one number to the other. You see it on the radio station. The FM channel is called frequency modulation. Okay, when you're on the 106 point this and the 105 point what, all that is different frequency modulation. Are you going to be at the higher end or the lower end? They may all have the same message, but are you tapped into the frequency we're on so you get the upper level high frequency message?
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna know what's. I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them what's gonna stop them from their channel not working right. I might have to tell it. You know what's gonna stop some people from not getting this? Your frequency works because it emanates from you, but it works even better when you give it out to someone else.
It's true.
When
a person can't receive a radio frequency unless somebody gives it. You can't get it. You can't get it unless somebody gives it out.
That means everyone in the thinking class.
And you know what? I like the antenna analogy. You know why? Because guess what? It's there for everybody. But if you don't tune into the right frequency, you can't catch it.
Come on.
It's there for everybody. Anybody can take it in the right range.
Yeah.
If you're tuned in to your local, what's your favorite local radio station over there?
93 FM WZAK.
Exactly. You know about it?
Yeah.
You heard about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tapped into somebody else's, what was it called? Viral marketing tactic, because you wouldn't know what to dial unless somebody told you about it. It had to be somebody in your family, somebody that kind of put you on, right? Or somebody you knew put you on to the radio station. But at some point, you took your radio frequency and tuned into that station so you could get the benefit and the value of their given word. You don't have to pay for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are kind of paying for the commercials, but we're not going to go into that part. But guess what? You don't have to pay for it. It comes in free over the radio. The reason is because you tuned into that frequency. When you come to the thinking class, you're tuned into the frequency of our particular channel, and you click on the link that says LDA. That's a frequency. That's a frequency. That should be called WM, right? Like the web modulation.
Right.
Okay. AM is actually called amplified modulation, and frequency modulation is FM. So, you know, XM, guess what is that? That's satellite modulation. Okay. So now on the internet, interwebs, or the YouTube streets, as you say, guess what? We're on the LDA frequency. You tuned into the LDA station. You didn't have to find a number. You just had to type in LDA.
Dude.
And if you're really tapped in, you could be sitting here with the radio off if you're not listening. Start listening, and then all your time would be worth it.
The thinking class is a frequency. You guys are getting it. But it becomes even, you know what happens? It's already powerful, but it comes even, the frequency gets even more powerful when it's shared. I know the local DJ at the local station, friends of him, but it's something when he tell me, hey man, share this about this, I'm gonna share that about that. It's when you share what's at that frequency with someone else. Something happens. Something happens inside of you when you begin to share that frequency to another level with someone else. You guys are getting in. Woo, boy.
It's true. We always talked about vibing with our tribe. Vibing with our tribe is tuning into the frequency that we all relate to.
You guys are getting
on the same frequency.
Yeah. And you know what? And it's so, we said tribal, we said vibing with our tribe, right? Oh my God, 129. Vibing with our tribe. You know what's so interesting, John? There is so many people missing from our tribe.
Oh, there's a bunch of people missing.
They need to show up. It's time for them to show up. But guess who hold the keys? Of course, we hold the keys. But the thinking class themselves hold the keys to this frequency of sharing it with other people.
You got to tell people our frequency. Tell people the frequency and get them in on this. The shepherd does not lead the sheep. The sheep lead the sheep. And if you want to be in this herd, in this tribe, in this thinking class, you got to bring in more sheep, because the sheep could tell the other sheep what the frequency is so they can still get the same message, get the correct message.
Right. Because we ain't here talking about who, the girl did that, and I lost my check. No. We on a whole different frequency.
We ain't here to argue hyperbole.
Okay.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
We already know to take responsibility. If you could do that, then you could be in the thinking class.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Come on. There you get. There you go, Straight G. There you go. We need Carlos, Evil Rebirth, Wolf. Come on. There we go. And others. They're part of the thinking class. The thinking class, if you understand the thinking class tribe, it's not a little tribe. The tribe is so big. When I looked at it last time, I couldn't number them. I couldn't place my finger on I couldn't count how many people were in the thinking class. And this whole thing of me going to Atlanta, it's not by mistake. High frequency. There's somebody who needs to catch this, because if it works for us, it works for you. But you, as a thinking class, got to say, hey, you guys got to tap in. What happened Friday? And then now we on another level now, high frequency strategy. I didn't even put the word game in there purposely in there. I did it purposely. I put high frequency strategy. I did it purposely because it's time for I want you to get the picture. You remember when you was little, Jono, I was in science class. We had the magnets. And I think there's a north and a south magnet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you put the north side and it would connect to the magnet, right? The frequency. There's so many people that's magnetized to the thinking class and what we do here. If you can get the picture of seeing a magnet just coming out of nowhere and just attach it to the metal. That's what's happening here. That's what's really happening here. You guys are going in. If we're not in the same frequency, then you'll be lost in the translation, even if we speak the same native tongue language. Come on. My dial skip past SIMP radio right all day long. But this is going to resonate so well with you. We're talking about the high frequency and the networking. They talked about that all weekend at my son's orientation. That's all he talked about, that. Networking, sharing with somebody else, networking. So this is amazing. I didn't talk to Jono about this. We didn't say nothing about it, but this is right on the money. This power here goes out to you. Right. You guys are getting it. It is on you. So let me say this, because it's 1:33. High frequency strategy. As you look at the thumbnail, you see the word glow. I didn't put anything else. Glow. People are going to recognize who you are and what thinking class you're a part of, well, the thinking class that you're a part of. Now it's time for you to use the opportunity to talk to them and say, hey, you might want to check in 12:30. I mean, we on a whole different space. What y'all talking about? Dude, you need to get in this. Women are welcome here. Let me get this again. The women are welcome here. We're not going to beat you, browbeat you. You a hoe and you ain't nothing but a butter cake. No, we ain't doing none of that. Women are welcome here. So I want to make sure everybody understand that. We went to another stratosphere now. It's time to bring the people in. It's harvest time. When you get that glow, y'all naming people. There's so many people. If you can catch how many people, if you as a thinking class, remember this is when spirituality and the game collide, you have the thinking class. If you don't get it, it's your own ass fault. But if there's so many people who are secretly looking for what we're talking about today. And what we talked about behind closed doors, we put a demand on it. There you go. Yep. Come on. Paradigm. Women are welcome here. Thank you. Now y'all getting it. Now they start to name people. There you go. Babe C. I talked to Babe C on Instagram, so she's doing good. Nelly, top. Now y'all getting it. But it's so, if you can see the amount of people, and then what happened Friday, I don't know if I told you this, Jono. Something happened Friday. No longer did we go behind the, open up the gate, but the money was flowing in like water. It's amazing. I'll be shouting out the Digging Class this Saturday. I'm doing a podcast on, there we go. Shout out to you, True Savage. I'm doing a podcast on Spotify. That's what I'm talking about. Sharice, y'all naming names. Oh my God, Mr. 19, yep, he's a big part of it. That's my dude. Now y'all getting it. You see it? You see something happening, Jono? Mm-hmm. They're getting part of it. You got the number for today? So I didn't come with a number today.
Well, we could use the time of day, which is 136.
136. Let's see. 136. Ah, boy, I'm telling you, I don't know. We are not. I mean, I can't. If anybody knows what happened before the show, before I even go to the 6, 136. You said, Angel. Let me put shoot and then do it. Angel number. Come on, Angel. I don't know why I'm getting everything else. 136. Woo, look at all them 136 in there. Jesus Christ. As long as it went to 187, we good. Oh my God. Ooh, my God. 136. All right, good. All right, we got you. 136. A message to trust that your home and family will be catered for and material needs will be met. Your angel supports and encourages you to keep your thoughts, prayers, and expectations optimistic and positive as they will assist with manifesting your desire.
Look at that. We talk about manifestation the whole time.
The frequency at work is giving me the blues today. We got you. Well, don't allow it to do it. Did you see what the angel is just said? Your angel supports and encourages you to keep your thoughts, Sharice, prayers and expectations optimistic and positive, as this will assist with manifesting your desires. I don't know who need to hear that, but that's for somebody. The angel 136 right there. Well dialed in. Yep, there you go. Turn that frown upside down, Sharice. It just revealed it right there. Let me say it again. Your angel, let me make it personal, Sharice, encourage you to keep your thoughts, prayers, and expectation optimistic and positive, as this will assist with manifesting your desire. Salute to the angel, always giving us wisdom. There she go. Look what she did. Well, I appreciate everybody. This is the Thinking Class. High frequency strategy. Dude, anything else, Jono?
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you did.
Yeah. We ain't played that in a while. Well, all right, y'all. Y'all have we out of here. See you guys later. Man, that high frequency was something else.
Absolutely.
There's a shift that's gone on with the thinking class. Mentally, spiritually, financially, there's a shift. There's so many people going to be on this live. I even see the numbers went up today.
Supposed to.
Yeah.
Commanded it.
Yeah.
When you set it in a certain direction, it goes in that direction. A lot of people don't know that if you don't set it, it won't go there.
Yeah, it won't go down. Man, I was in my car screaming, saying this, not begging, but just screaming like this has to grow. This has to do it. Thinking class is at another place. This is another place. Well, I guess that's it.